Hello, my Geminis. This will be your astrology forecast for the year of 2024. So, it's best to use your rising sign. So, this is better if you're a Gemini rising. If you don't know your rising sign and you don't have your birth time, it's okay. Just go ahead and use your sun sign. It could also apply to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, preferably the rising. Next, your regular sun sign. All right, Gemini. And also, at the end, I'll flip a couple of tarot cards and some oracle cards and see if we've got some additional messages. But this will mostly be focused on astrology. So, kicking off the year, Mercury moves into Sagittarius on January 7th. And it is a mutable sign, just like your sign of Gemini. So that'll help open up the flow for any stuck communication that hasn't been moving. On January 18th, Venus enters Sagittarius, also mutable sign like Gemini. So you may have luck in your love situation, possibly money. And then on March 31st, Venus moves into Pisces. So Pisces is a mutable sign also. And it's also very dreamy and very romantic. You could have some good luck with love. Also, going back to March 7th, I skipped right over that. Mercury moves into Pisces. You may have you may have some communication or a conversation around March 7th. That's you're kind of letting your guard down and it'll be a little bit softer and more gentle. You may have a really good heart to heart conversation with someone that's been needing to happen for the last couple of months here. Then Mars moves into Pisces on April 23rd, and Mercury also goes direct in Pisces on April 25th. So, right around between the 23rd and the 25th, there may be a little bit of heavy energy that starts to lift for you. And it's not going to necessarily be super energetic. It'll kind of go from crazy to chill, is what I'm saying. And then things will start to pick up a little bit closer to the beginning of May, and I think there's going to be some projects that you'll be busy with throughout the summer. On September 18th, Venus enters Libra, trining your sign, and then the Sun also goes into Libra. On top of that, that also trines your sign. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini. And that goes into Virgo on September 23rd. So, between all of those things, I think September is going to be the best month of the year for you, Gemini. Gemini risings, especially with love and romance. And if that doesn't apply to your situation and you're not questioning anything about your love and romance situation, this could have to do with money and assets. Venus rules. So Libra's ruled by Venus. Venus rules all things that are of the five senses. It rules luxury. It rules assets, what you value, besides love. And it could even have to do with friendships. It really has to do with the harmony of your relationships in general. Romance is my first guess, could be valuables and friendship. September's going to be great for you, Gemini. So then on October 10th, Mercury moves into Libra, which trines your sign. So around October 10th, that's going to be a great time for communication for you. November 17th, anything involving money comes into fruition with Venus moving into Sagittarius, which is a mutable sign like yours. And then, when did I think Mars went into retrograde. I believe Mars goes into retrograde also around November. You may be a little bit bogged down and feeling a little bit drained late November through December. But then in 2025, Mars goes into Gemini and out of retrograde. So January, February, you'll start to feel productive again. So you might have a lull, feel a little bit bogged down towards the end of the year in December. I mean, everybody's a little bit kind of lazy during the winter, depending on the climate you're from. But I do think that September is going to be fantastic for you. So we will get a few shuffles here with the tarot cards. This is just a real basic general reading for my Geminis, especially Gemini rising. What do we have for Geminis for 2024? Ooh, so we've got the Ace of Swords. Massive new beginnings and potential for the beginning of communication. I do think that there's a few times of the year, like right around March 7th, you might have that heart to heart. September's gonna be huge, especially with communication with love. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Maybe, I wonder if that heart to heart might have to do with maybe you may be a little bit financially more mature than the person that you're dealing with. I don't want to say that. I should say more experienced. Been there, done that more. And you're wondering, is this person going to become more responsible? Are they going to learn lessons with money and grow financially and become more independent? And the answer is yes. It is a knight, so it's kind of like newbie type of energy with money. But I do think that the effort will be made if that's what you had in question. Will your person or the person on your mind learn and grow financially? They will this year. I do believe that they will. And we've got the Page of Wands, so I do think that there's a lot of creative new beginnings for you this year, Gemini. And like I said, you may be working on a lot of projects throughout the summer, and I think this might have to do with the beginning of some new projects in the summer that you're going to have a lot of fun doing. Alright, Gemini, let's see, what do we have for the Oracle deck here? So I'm using the Oracle cards out of the Love Who You Are deck. Isn't that beautiful? That artwork is just amazing. I love that Luna moth there. It's so pretty. Let's see what messages we have for Gemini 2024. So it says get lost. I mean, I don't think it's literally telling you to get lost. It's, being funny. Interesting that there is that full moon there, and that's the embodiment of emotions and creativity coming into fruition. I think there may be a full moon around summertime that your creative ideas are really going to kick off. Getting lost in the moment, getting lost in your new creative projects. And we have release expectations. So I'm thinking just let the ideas come to you and don't try so hard to control everything. Let it flow, Gemini. Cute little picture of a bunny. And it says become a wonder hunter. And look, there's that full moon again. I'm telling you, there's some kind of connection with the full moon with you, Gemini. And what else do we have for Geminis? I'm going to pull a few cards from my homemade Oracle deck. Some of them have timelines, some of them are love messages. If there's not a romantic situation going on, it could apply to a friendship or a family relation. Depending on what it is, take what resonates and leave the rest. 2024 Gemini. Working different shifts, different sleep schedules. That might be an issue between you and your significant other. New moon in Aries, late March or April. Your person also could have significant Aries placements in their chart. And we have, when we make eye contact, your gaze is electrifying. I can feel it throughout my veins. Or is it the caffeine? I'm not sure, but I love your eyes. Well, whatever, I don't know what that means, but it's meant to be silly. I don't know if it makes sense with your situation. Or maybe that's what your person is thinking towards you, and you probably feel like you need caffeine right now, Gemini. Oh, this is cute. This is probably the message about maybe about September. Could be that conversation in March. Your energy is like a soft, fluffy pile of chinchillas. I also understand those things have teeth and I pushed you too far. Well, maybe somebody was taking you for granted and you may have that conversation in March, that heart to heart that I was telling you about. All right, so let's pull a few cards from the Effin' Birds deck. This is hilarious. It's a deck of regular playing cards. Now, if you like swear words and sarcasm, this is for you. If you don't, you might want to skip this part. If you watch me and you're on my channel, chances are you like sarcasm and swearing or you wouldn't be here. So this one says, get fucked. To whoever that's for. It might not mean anything, but it's funny. And then this one says, here comes bullshit. I know you can't really read that really well because of how the light is shining on it. And what else do we have? Look at this goddamn shit show. Yep, I think the end of the year, 2023, for Geminis, Gemini risings, maybe it was a shit show, and hopefully 2024 will be a nice, positive breath of fresh air for you. Alright, Gemini, I hope that made sense for you. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Stay tuned in the next week or two, hopefully within the next couple of days or so. I'm gonna be getting out my January tarot readings for all the signs. Well, I hope you have a great night. I hope everything made sense for you. Take care, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching.